Well, tonight, Knox County Commissioners will decide the future of the Richard L. Bean Juvenile Detention Center. This after whistleblower reports set off an overhaul of that facility. The center's nurse says she sent documentation of medication mismanagement to state agencies for months. Mayor Glenn Jacobs called for sweeping changes at the center after that nurse and another employee were fired and then reinstated by the center superintendent, Richard Bean. Bean is now set to retire August 1st. It's up to commission now to decide who will run the facility and how. 10 News reporter Ellis Roll joining us live from downtown Knoxville, where commissioners are set to vote very shortly. Ellis?
Yeah, Robin, they will be voting tonight on an emergency ordinance that details how the center will change hands from Bean and his 3-member board of trustees to the Knox County Sheriff's Office. Now, earlier this afternoon, Commission had a discussion about what that might look like. The Sheriff's Office will take over for 18 months to try and address some of those problems that the nurse reported. An emergency ordinance by Knox County Commission hopes to fix issues reported by whistleblowers at the Richard L. Bean Juvenile Service Center. The center's nurse reported medication mismanagement to state agencies for months, which prompted an overhaul of the center. Superintendent Richard Bean will retire in August, leaving Commission to figure out who will run the center and how. They met Monday ahead of their evening vote for discussion.
So it has felt a lot more pressure on us than maybe something that we would normally do that's not an emergency, and I think that's where we're all feeling the pressure and the intenseness to make sure that we get this right.
Commission will vote on whether to have the Knox County Sheriff's Office run the center on an 18-month contract.
We are looking at a lot of different other counties in the state of Tennessee, and the majority of those are through the Sheriff's Office. And so this has given us this temporary of being able to say, okay, Sheriff, this is where we feel like we're going with new policies and new procedures that we're going to be able to put in place. And then if it doesn't work, we do have that period of time that we can look at other opportunities.
Mayor Glenn Jacobs' Chief of Staff, Dwight Vandevate, answered commissioners' questions. He says the change is a heavy lift, but something Sheriff Spangler is willing to do.
He wants to get it right, and that DCS wants to get it right. So these things won't occur overnight. I mean, again, we're unwinding 53 years.
Commissioners and the mayor's office agree changing decades-long procedures won't be easy, but the emergency ordinance is the first step. Now, we do know that the 2 employees who were fired and then reinstated by Richard Bean will not be returning to work until after he retires in August. The mayor's office says that 30 juveniles are being held in the facility as of today. We'll have updates for you as the vote continues on 10 News at 6. Robin?
We'll see you then. Ellis, thank you.